Hey everybody, this is Carlo here at Forge Glory Custom Leathercraft. Just wanted to show you how I do the panel, so how I do the leather. It's kind of get a better idea of what I do here. So this is the panel that's going to go on a heat shield. Let me show you. It's going to go on this side. This one is actually for Star Bobber 11. That's her on Instagram. She also has a YouTube channel. It's going to go on her bike, but this is the panel that's going to go here, raised above the heat shield for the pouch. And so I just wanted, I just hit the camera with the leather. I just wanted to show you what kind of all goes into it. So this one's going to be in black. So I got my handy dandy black dye here. And just throw it on there liberally. Black dye is probably the hardest dye to get on leather. With most leathers, you can put a bunch on your dauber and then keep going. But the black dye likes to streak a lot. So you put multiple layers on it to even it out. And there we go. Now while that's drying, I want to get these edges. So the inside of the pouch I don't dye in any color. So I want the inside of the pouch to be light. Something I learned in the Army. The inside of your backpack is a lighter color than the gear you have. It's easier to find stuff in it. Now this, what I'm doing, this is called beveling the edges. So the leather has already been cut with one of these. So I take this and take the corner off on both sides, and then I use this to smooth out that edge. There's this stuff, it's called edge coat. A lot of makers out there use it. I do not. The best edge coat I've ever found is made by Giardini, company based out of Italy. And what edge coat is pretty much, you see how rough this edge is? You put the edge coat on it, sand it, make it smooth, and then you dye the edge coat whatever color you want. And so it makes that edge really smooth. Really smooth, looks really nice. I've contemplated using it because it looks really nice, but if you go on their website, you know, and I'm not defaming the company at all here, but if you go on their website, it says that it will only last 1 year. Beautiful product, and they are the best. Other companies won't last a year. And so if you've ever had a leather wallet or a holster and you were able to peel some plastic resin off the edge, that's what it was. It was edge coat that they put on it in the company because they don't want to take the time to smooth it out. And these are just wood, made of wood edgers. Got two different ones. These don't want to take the time to edge that out. It's easier just to paint it. I don't know. I don't think it's actually easier because you have to paint it, you have to sand it, and then you have to paint the color on it too. So all the edges get this same treatment that I'm doing. And this, when you're doing it, you're not really looking for pressure. It's not pressure that makes it smooth. It's the friction. So I'm not sure if you can see how nice and smooth that's becoming. Needs a little more compared to how rough that edge is. Can you see it? I don't know. Take my word for it. When you get it in your hand, take a look at the edges of all my products and you'll be able to see that really did smooth it out. You don't have those rough edges anymore. Now, some people, they will dye the piece, let it dry, and then wet it, because to do this, you have to have, the leather has to be wet. So some people will dye it, wet it, and then do this, where I just use the wetness of the dye and skip re-wetting it, because so it's wet from the dye, then I have to let it dry, and then I wet the edge and I do the edges, and then I have to let it dry. That takes more time, and you guys are already mad at me for things taking too much time. So as you see, this is all kind of blotchy here, and so to even that out, you know, just the same thing you would use to polish your shoes, but I don't polish my shoes with this. And you just shine it out, buff it out. And again, you're not looking for pressure, you're looking for friction. And that'll take it from that dull look to a shinier look. Rewind and see when it first started, how dull it was and how blotchy it was. Look at it now that it's almost done. You'll be able to see the difference. So that's the treatment that all my leather gets. If I was putting art on it, I would put the art and then, well, I'd have to wet it, put the art, let it dry, put the dye on it, and then let it dry. Then with the dye on, I assemble all the pieces, put them all together, and then I put a finish coat on it to help it be weather resistant. Stops it from fading. Pretty good stuff. And that takes about 24 hours to dry too. So here we go. I got 2 panels, and then I have all these straps. Not all these straps are going for the same one, but this heat shield is going to have a pouch on each side, and then this is going to be the I'm backwards here. This is going to be the flap, and it's going to have some of that alligator print on top of it, so it's going to look pretty awesome. Thanks for watching, everybody. This is Carlo again from Forged Glory, where we're all about the leather, your designs, and my shop making awesome products. Have a good one. Thank you.